Hey everyone, hope they're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar yields, precious metals and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. I dive deeper into each of these sectors looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community. We do question and answer sessions on the weekends. We have one coming up Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. We also have them on Sundays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time as well. We flip flop it every other week. Those are Zoom calls where you can ask me whatever you like. Doesn't matter, specific company questions, conference calls. If it's a company that I follow, I'll share all that information that I know about it. And I read the presentations of all these different companies. I'm pretty good with the price to book and all these different valuations with them, and I'm very familiar with all the charts. So the midweek updates, I share all the charts of what I think looks good. Basically, I've got a group of companies that I follow that I have weeded out amongst the entire world or the investment possibilities, and I've picked up what I think are the best companies, and then I track them and follow them quite closely. So if that sounds like something you want to join, we've got a coupon code special. That's the coupon code you want to type in. You get 50% off the first month on the monthly membership and a larger discount on the yearly. And you can always switch from a monthly to a yearly if you want that discount. All right, let's dive in. Stronger dollar, here we are. I said yesterday that I changed the way that this looked. I said maybe this could go up depending on what interest rates do. And interest rates are definitely going higher. Higher. A lot of people are saying, oh, weaker dollar, weaker dollar. I'm in that camp too. I do think eventually we'll see a weaker dollar at some point. But in the short term, this looks good to continue higher for the dollar. And that is being supported by stronger yields. The yields, 2-year yield of 3%. Like I said, this is a bullish formation in this circle. Up, flag pattern, up, flag pattern, up, flag pattern, wherever this thing wants to go. So that looks good to go higher for the 2-year yield. The 10-year yield's also up 2.74%, and that is a bullish formation there. Big up candlesticks, the small reds. These are just flag patterns that are flagging out, working their way on up in a stair-stepping pattern. So that looks good to go higher. And then the 30-year yield also up 1.7%. Again, these are all look bullish to go up in yields. We're sitting on top of support structures. This is a support structure that we've broken out of that is bullish. We have other support structures like the 10-year that is a flag pattern that's bullish, and we're on top of the structure to go higher. And a lot of people would say, no, we're going to get a recession, rates are going to fall. That's not what I'm seeing here. That is not what I'm seeing. TLT bond prices are heading lower. Like when yields go up, bond prices go down. And again, lower, lower, lower. That's where I think we're going. With yields going up, bond prices have got to go down. We've got the 2 and the 10. Now, the 2 and the 10 looks like it might want to try to invert again. Invert, where the short end of the curve goes up more than the 10-year. Today, they went up both pretty close to the same. A lot of people are saying, recession, playing the old 40-year playbook, down, 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 and I'm not sure they're going to get that. We might get a slowdown in the system in areas, but if they keep pumping money into the system and they pump and they pump and they pump, I'm not sure if a slowdown is going to look the same like it did 40 years ago, this past 40 years. So I think inflation's coming, and we could get stagflation where prices go up and the economy weakens. And we'll see how this plays out under those conditions. But right now, we're holding on, moving sideways. TYX-TNX ratio is down. No tailwind for gold today. Gold is selling off today. It's down $78 an ounce, pulling on back there a little bit. Maybe kind of a double top look, but I don't know if I'd go that far. I'd still be very bullish on gold longer term. Silver down 0.8%. We had this little bearish candlestick yesterday. Not a ton of follow through. So we'll see if we get follow through or not over the next few trading sessions. Platinum slightly lower, but I think this is going to break higher with oil. I think oil is going to break higher, and I think platinum is going to break higher. These are both inflation sensitive assets. It's going to be time in platinum's time in the sun is coming. It's coming soon. And then palladium down 4.5. This looks good. I think we've got the downtrend line that's broken, and you can even squeeze this up against this guy here. It doesn't really matter, but it's just a flag pattern that's developing, or a wedge, or whatever you want to call it. Most likely move higher. XE to gold ratio moving sideways, still at an incredibly low level. We've got GDX down 1.95%. Still looks good to go higher. It's a falling wedge. GDXJ a little bit. We could do a return move before heading higher, but that looks good. And then eventually, I think they'll all eventually go higher. We're just getting return moves of this breakout. Most of the time, what happens is you get a flag or some sort of pennant formation. It breaks out, retests off the top, and then goes. So I'm still bullish on it. We're just doing the retest. Crude oil up 3.32%. This looks fantastic. I love it. I love it. Double bottom, bullish engulfing showing up today. That looks good to go higher. Now, that doesn't mean we go straight up. It's not what I said. Bullish up, but we could get a little down candlestick tomorrow. I call that a bloody nose. That could still happen, guys. But overall, bigger picture view, this could be a double bottom, and then we can try to work our way out of this. It's a big green candlestick, and it's a bullish engulfing. TTF gas up 3.36%, moving on higher. I'm leaving some of my arrows in there. Show you guys what I still think. Nat gas higher until we hit this resistance, and we'll have to see what happens there. We've got our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, breaking out of this pattern to the upside, looking pretty bullish. So that looks pretty good, and hopefully we get follow through for it. That's what I'd like to see us follow through. OIH up 3%, trying to break out of its own little pattern that we've got going on here. Newcastle coal futures are down 1.19, but we're still above support. The support is here, and that's looking good. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, we're down a little bit today. A little bit of a bearish piercing. We could get a little bit of a consolidation flag pattern maybe that develops, but it still looks good. We've got uranium sideways, but again, that's just think of it as like a flag pattern before breaking higher, so that still looks good. URA down slightly, and again, not much selling pressure, so still looks okay. URNMs, same thing. It is above where it didn't quite go to the 50th percentile, but it could be a bearish piercing candlestick where we might come back down before heading higher. URNJ doing something very similar. Nickel up slightly, but we're still next to these big red candlesticks. It's trying to base out. It's trying. Copper down 1.5%. So I had drew this yesterday. That still looks like we could go and head a little bit lower. One thing that you want to look at is compression. So compression is we've got this big move, smaller move, potentially a smaller move. And then what happens is you squeeze up into a wedge or corner. That's what generally happens. So let's look and watch for the squeezing and the less forcefulness of the moves to the downside. I don't see a lot of upside buying pressure, at least not yet. COPX up a little bit, but tracking sideways. Lithium up 1.82. That looks good to go higher. That looks very strong. I like lithium here. Very much so. Very much so. REMX up 0.73%. That also looks good to go higher. It has a lot of lithium stuff in it anyway, so it's similar to lithium. Iron ore tracking sideways, still squeezing like a beast. We've got aluminum up 1.2%. This was in a inverted flag pattern. Still looks bearish to me. We've got Baltic Dry Index down 2.2. That's doing the whole squeeze pennant formation thing. We've got emerging markets down slightly with that weaker dollar, but still holding on, not a ton of selling pressure. Move up 1.2. It's right at resistance. We could see a potential break here. This looks really good to move higher. I'm going to leave that big candlestick there to work its way on up. It does not mean that we go straight higher. We could do one of these where we get up and do that, but looks good to go up. We've got KRE up 2.4%, looking good, and I've got the upward candlestick that's still intact. We've got the XHB up 1.7, still intact, broken downtrend. Big bullish engulfing, your small selling pressure, that's your turning point. You should have been buying in here if you've got the cojones to do so. Russell 2000 moving on up 1.8, SPX moving on up 0.58, all looking okay at this time. Maybe even a little bit of a shoulder head shoulder developing. We've got NASDAQ working its way on up. Again, you could maybe see a shoulder head shoulder with a neckline coming through there. SMCI down slightly, but still looks good to go higher. That's not a bearish formation. We've got NVIDIA up slightly underneath resistance, trying to break its way through. We'll see if we can punch through or not. Bitcoin up 5%. That's ripping. Had the arrow there. The arrow is clearly stating that that was going to go higher. Ethereum up 17%. Look at that with the arrow. That looks like a bullish formation. So what happens is it started here. Small selling pressure. This would have been a good time to load in. That's your dead period where the buyers equal to sellers. We got another sideways action and then moving on up. Now I don't like crypto, so I'm not in this stuff, but I can read charts. MicroStrategy up 5.58, like the arrow says. Nothing reversing this at this time. And then the VIX is down 4.6% as volatility moves down a little bit. And we're seeing, well, this is a pretty big move in the Brazilian real versus dollar moving up 1.44%. That's a pretty big move. And again, when these currencies start to move up, you're going to start to see some of the emerging markets really take off, depending on the currency differentials here. But that's what I've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. We've got a question and answer session coming up Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. I'll answer whatever you guys want. Looks like there's a lot of good opportunities here for potential investment, and I'll go over those this weekend, the ones that I really like. And again, I've been adding money into certain investments, and you guys are seeing it in my Roth 401k and into other stuff. And I did make another purchase today in a regular account. So kind of deploying some of that dividends that I've received over, past month or so. So that's what I've got, guys. That's what I've got for today. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.